Howdy folks, I'm Ground Goblin, and this is going to be just a quick update on Dungeons and Lasers 5 World of Duselair, which I think I've nailed the pronunciation this time, but we'll see. This is just a quick update. I have a completely different video that's not even related to DNL 5 in the works, but I just wanted to go over a few of the unlocks now that the campaign has started rolling. Again, I also do want to point out this is not a long campaign, although there will be a lengthy pledge manager process if this campaign is anything like all the previous Dungeons and Lasers campaigns. In this case, you can see it only has 12 days to go, so not a long campaign overall. But I just want to go over some of the things we have unlocked, some of the big goings on. First up, of course, the super stretch goals. We have unlocked all the way up to this fireworm that we did not get to see in the last video because it hadn't been added yet. There is also this community vote. If we go look at the update here, which there's also some really neat stuff. Ooh, spoilers. We are doing a community poll of whether we want to add this Roblin riding a rat, getting him moving by putting a fish on a stick, this giant rat being ridden by a goblin, or this strange multi-legged horse thing. It kind of makes me think of like a centipede, but a horse. Obviously, the leg count's not the same, but yeah, I don't know. Basically, the way we'll be voting is by writing the name of what we would prefer in the comments. That'd be the main comments of the campaign. They've done this in previous campaigns. Kind of a mixed result, mixed bag. I would prefer, obviously, to have both of these, but it looks like we're going to be picking. If I had to choose, I think I might choose the giant rat, just because I think that's a neat mount. And I also am not sure where or when I would use this strange horse. But hey, that's just me. If you have a preference for the rat, by all means. Let me continue just on this page while we're already here looking at this. They've got their cover image for the book, so that's really nice. This is a prominent figure in their setting. A very cool big lady looking at a gem. Very neat, very good to see. We've unlocked the 3 kobolds in a trench coat as we have hit this backer count. The next one will be Roblin. Some new stretch goals have been added to the timeline. That being one of them being this Zorn monstrosity, and even though this is just concept art, so this isn't the actual mini itself, so keep that in mind. But this looks sick as hell, and if the mini looks anything like this, I will be happy. I don't know how big this will be. There's nothing to scale. Yeah, nothing here for scale. If we go back to the main campaign page, maybe they have. He's not. He's a regular stretch goal, I think. Let me scroll way down. That's just me doing sound effects for my scrolling. um, yeah, if we scroll down, have I gone past it? I don't know. This page is so long. All right. Yeah. So, and while we're here, we're gonna go look at this adult fireworm. It's gonna be kind of a lengthy dragon, but it's gonna be a little folded up. Oops. And you can see the miniature for scale next to that. So, yeah, it's not gigantic, but it's pretty big. You can see all these other minis to scale as well. So, yes, that is Super Stretch Goal. This wacky race thing here is also going to be a Super Stretch Goal situation. So, if you want any of these, remember you have to pledge a Super Stretch Goal tier. The regular stretch goals is where the Zorn monstrosity is going to be, and as you can see, it's already unlocked. In fact, we have had quite a few unlocks. All the things that we saw previously have been unlocked. Additionally, though, we have added a Murderous Cube, which is basically any kind of slime cube for a fantasy setting. We already got one in a previous campaign from DNL, but this is going to be a new one, and this time without a guy sticking out of it, although there are quite a few skeletons and bones. We're also getting a weapons pack. Don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I'll ever use any of them, to be quite honest. But for kit bashing, and I can always change my mind in the future. This this could come in handy, and since it's 4, I assume we're going to be getting at least 3 others. So yeah, we have this tree lady, lady infused in a tree. Yavanda, armored warrior. This reminds me of a mini that I got that I think is tied into the Magic the Gathering setting for 5th edition, though I haven't played that, and I know I have a lot of Magic the Gathering cards. I've only played the game maybe 3 times. So I'm not super familiar with that, but this reminds me of it. We have the Zorn guy, Call of the Fallen Queen. Looks like a... hard to say. Could be a fallen angel, could be like a succubus situation, could just be any other kind of hellborn entity. Just a neat little character or player character mini with wings and some nice armor. So that's good to see. Some other things we have unlocked: these various different character minis and this wild looking, I guess it would be some kind of a Lithid. Now, Lithid typically are depicted with feet, and those are not feet. Those are like tentacles, and this head is like crazy, but it looks really cool. I'm excited to see what that actually looks like as a model. There's a lot of little bits, little phalanges and tentacles, and the quality of the DNL miniatures is really good, but they can be a little brittle. I would never throw them at a wall or anything, These other ones pretty cool. This one having a gigantic gun, I think. No, oh, that's just their I thought it looked like a gun for a second. This is just the what you call it, the quiver for their bow there. I was about to say it would have been a little out of place, but it's just a gun. Really neat little stuff here. Giant rat guy, and yeah, this right here, definitely giving those Warhammer Changer of the Ways vibes. Really cool, sort of a plague creature. And then we have some previews of things to come. But yeah, I just want to give you a quick update on what has been transpiring. The campaign is chugging along, and sure enough, we are unlocking things as one might expect. There's still a ways to go. We need 5,000 backers for Roblin. We're a little shy of that. No, it's really not that far off. But again, this campaign, not super long, only has 12 days to go. It'd be like 12 days and maybe 12 hours or something like that. We can't see the hours until we get in the game. But yeah, that's all for me today. Just want to do a quick little update. I've been Grotto Goblin, you've been you, and thank you so much for watching. As always, you can support me on Ko-fi and follow me on the socials at Grotto Goblin. And if you just want to help the channel out, liking, subscribing, and commenting will go a long way. Very much appreciate all of y'all, and looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and remember, if you got 'em, let's go paint some minis.